just come to the microphone. It's going to be a bit of a thing.
Hello, my name is Cynthia. My film's called Would You Rather, and it's about the influencer who goes to hell.
So my name is Ben, and we did the waffle therapy. And so basically it was a dystopian where the happiness expert came and actually tried to reboot the system of the guy who actually lost his dad.
Hi, I'm Mia. The film we did was Till Death Do Us Part. We were the only black and white film. It's the film noir about the detective and the wife.
My name is Adam. I did the Smelly Socks Crime States.
Hi, I'm Hope. Our film was Benched, and it was the one-sided romance.
Hi, my name is Kieran. I'm from Team Echo Chamber. Our film was the one about the guys who were their car broke down and they had to figure out what to do about it.
I'm Gillian, and I did the Spiritual Apprentice. It's the one with the guy called Miggy in it.
I did The Expert, and it's the 2 interviews for the role of Happiness Expert, and with Random Place Productions.
Hi, I'm Grant. Our team did Meeting Happiness, which is the one with the law firm keeps getting uninterrupted with the guy offering waffles.
Hi, I'm Amelia. I did How to Cast a Rom-Com in 48 Hours, which was a rom-com set in Prague.
Hi, I'm Reese. We did Dante's Internal, about the 2 office workers that had to deliver a special document through the space between departments.
I'm Stuart, and our film was Freedom Sadness. It was one with the yoga balls, and that same piece of music I played 3 times.
Charles, I'm from Nice Things, and we made King of the Beach. Right, well, I mean, I'm sure you all remember what a sunny day that Saturday was, and spending it at the beach was especially nice. I think I want to say a little bit about our process. This is our 6th film for the 48th Hour Film Contest, and this is the first time that we've written something overnight, but then workshopped it over the Saturday with the actors. And I think that really made a difference. I think it is taking us up a notch. So there's a little tip for everyone out there. We really enjoyed doing it that way.
Favourite moment that comes to mind for me was at one point during Saturday. I don't know how many hours into the shoot it was, but a significant amount of hours. During a break between shots, we were all sitting around, everyone started doing their own thing, and I sort of looked around and I felt like I was in like an insane asylum. It was like there was something like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I looked around and everyone was in their own little like private space, doing their own little strange thing. That's when I realised like, wow, the madness was really set in here. And that's probably my favourite moment when I realised, God, we're doing this.
That's a really difficult question because I really enjoyed all of it. It was very funny on set. There were a lot of laughs and a lot of five jokes. I don't know, I just liked how it all flowed together, and I cast the characters like very quickly, and they just ended up being so perfect for the role, just by accident. And also seeing the final film today was great, and it was just so nice seeing our work on screen.
I think for us it would be near the end of the shoot where we just had a montage of waffles getting put in front of our actors. We did that with the actors not knowing what was going to get put in front of them. And we did about 6%, so there was like chocolate, and they got progressively weirder as they went on. So the takes we used were their blind reactions. They had no idea there was being cocaine put in front of them. They had no idea there was a hand being put in front of them. I think the only people that knew about that were me, the makeup artist, and the director.
Most of our when we were filming in the woods, and it was great fun getting our 2 actors all bloodied and dirtied up and just tearing their shirts to absolute shreds. And we saw a lot of dog walkers going by, and then the casual, oh yeah, we're making a wee film, and more kept going by. We just got really tired of his face. It was just like, you're right, and green arms and barred with bruises. It was just a great wee bite.
Favourite moment was there was a shot that I couldn't stop laughing at, and it was audible, I think. And it was dollar dollar bills, y'all, which is a line that Philip says in the film, and I just thought the delivery from the actor was hilarious, and I'm sure I probably annoyed like half of my crew by my audible laughter while watching on the monitor. But there was that, and there was also a moment where I stopped my AD and I said, just look at how hardworking everyone is for this project and how much energy and passion everyone is putting into it. And I just thought, taking a step back from being so in it and just watching everyone do a really good job was just one of my favourite moments, so yeah.
One of my favourite moments was probably writing the script and then having all the writing jokes cut. And then We went to print it at the library, and then the librarian kept it and probably read it, sadly.
I think my favorite moment was just after the kickoff. We went to a pub to brainstorm some ideas, and our group study at Edinburgh College, and we're graduating this year. So we knew this was going to be one of the last times we might be together. So it's lovely just to share that moment together.
We got to get some really beautiful shots up Blackford Hill at the end of the first day. But I think the funniest memory is when we were filming the therapy scene. That was also quite late on in the day, and we were sort of delirious. And Jason, our boom operator, farted. And stopped production for like half an hour.
I think my favourite thing was that every 20 minutes, the whole crew would kind of just think and go, what the hell are we actually making here? And I think that was just so brilliant.
My favourite moment is when we rapped, because we were all fucking... we were all shattered. And it was our first ever 48-hour together, so that was good.
So for me, actually, it was the first time working on a film, so it was, everything was new, but we actually had to do like a single room, and so the kitchen was extremely messy and full, and we had to redo like the whole thing. So we spent maybe 2 hours doing that, and we had a lot of fun just doing that. So that was
to me, my favorite moment, I think it was when we were filming the last scene, which is when I transform into Satan's little helper, and I was very tired, and I said to her I don't know what energy should I be delivering these lines, or what was the energy that I should have, and we decided that we would embrace full Nicolas Cage energy. So yeah, it was very funny to just nothing makes sense in the way I'm saying things, but it's very fun.
So that was done by one of the director's friends. He is in a band called the Scottstown's Dance Band. You should check them out, they're really good, and they kindly let us use their song.
Already, it was Jenny that asked the question, who has been with us since the very beginning of this and always knocks out the park with music. It's amazing. And her album, In Light, check it out on Spotify. It's absolutely brilliant. Ken Light.
Our composer was Web Free Music, which reflecting the internet.
Our composer was Manuel, who did 3 movies in that one weekend, I think. He did mine, he did Sandy's, and I think he also did Big Joe Getty's. So he was a very busy man over the weekend too.
We ran out of time to put music in, but shout out to Epidemic Sound, goes through a lot of hard times.
Another shout out to Epidemic Sound.
Ours was my good friend Louis Sterlini. He's brilliant. He just finished his 4th year of music at Napier.
Thank you, Pixie B. Yeah, you always come in clutch. So thanks.
Sound designer, Foley artist, and composer is Herbert Gilardin from Katsu Audio.
Okay, what was the most stressful moment? And also, did you get any sleep? How much time did you get any sleep? Did you have any fun, any relaxation?
Yeah, well, I actually slept more than I thought I would because of the different way that we did it, by writing over the Friday night, sleeping, then rehearsing on the Saturday morning, workshopping things during the day. So the most stressful point was it got to 3 o'clock on the Saturday and we had nothing in the can, which is not the way that I've ever done it before, and I got antsy about that. But I should also say, the whole reason it's called King of the Beach came out of that rehearsal process. That was not written on the Friday night. That was actually developed by one of the characters. Actually, the character that ended up being the King of the Beach. But a part in for himself. But I think that we'll definitely be doing it that way again in the future.
I think maybe the most stressful part for us was at some point on Friday night or Saturday morning, still trying to write a script and sort of struggling with ideas. At that point you can tear your hair a little bit and just what we're going to do. So that was maybe the point that was most stressful. And sleep-wise, I think I got a good 5 or 6 hours on Saturday night. So
the most stressful part was we were filming at these actors' studios in Summer Hall, and there were all these school children filming and rehearsing the Frozen musical in the room next door. And we started to film, and you could hear How to Build a Snowman being sung loudly by all these children. They just got louder and louder. So then we had to film our outdoor scenes then, because there was no way we could film our rom-com that it would be Frozen themed and everything.
So we've done this quite a few times now, so it's not really stressful for us anymore. We're just kind of used to it. I didn't sleep at all that weekend, to Josie being the producer though. And it was very hot that weekend, so I couldn't sleep even if I wanted to.
Yeah, most stressful was probably the edit for us. We did it in 2 shifts because I had work the next day, so I didn't sleep. I stayed up till 4:30 in the morning doing the first half of the edit and then handed it over to Jack and Kat, who did the rest of the edit. It was surviving a lot of caffeine and good vibes, and Peep Show was running in the background for the whole time, so the brain was stimulated, but stressful as well.
Stressful point was probably 20 minutes before the deadline, when we were still kind of doing the final touches on the edit, and you should have seen the whole room. It was quite chaotic, but we got it. In terms of sleep, I think I had about an hour between finishing the script and waking up to the set, but luckily on the Saturday night I think I got about 6 hours, so it wasn't too bad. But
yeah, we relaxed a lot. We slept, and we definitely left the edit a bit too late, and we got really stressed towards the end, and there was the thing crashed and we had to like re-upload our thing.
I think our most stressful moment was just before the deadline. The exports went wrong, as they always do. We managed to get in okay, but yeah, I feel like a total imposter because I was just a producer. I wasn't even there for the filming. So I got plenty of sleep. Our lovely director, who sadly cannot be here today because he's on holiday, I think maybe got a lot less, unfortunately.
We were a bit all over the place because it was our first time. I think the most stressful moment, and this is completely on everybody except Jason, our sound designer, we gave him an hour. And that's probably our biggest regret. I actually got a lot of sleep, but I don't really know about everyone else. I don't think they'd say the same.
And the most special thing that happened on our set was probably the amount of things we got glued to our hands. I really didn't think they were going to come off, I'm going to be honest. But this is our second time we did it, so I think we're in bed for like 8 o'clock or something. So I'll tell you what, it made it a lot better.
The most stressful thing I'd say for us was rewriting the script at 5:30 in the morning. Thanks to the producer Ross for helping me for that. And I think all the crew only got a couple hours sleep each night.
So I got 20 minutes of sleep on Friday. That was maybe for last week. But yeah, I mean, being at 4:30 in the morning and not having finished the script was very stressful. But then we finished filming at 5 in the afternoon, so we managed to enjoy a bit of the sun. That was nice.
I think we had decent sleep, but on Saturday when we were filming, I was very adamant to be on Calton Hill around 6 a.m. because I didn't want it to be confused with an actual influencer filming. I had hella time to get there, but there's no one. So yeah, but we had some great scenes. Oh, and the worst time was like the 10 minutes. We needed 10 minutes before deadline, and that was horrible. But
No, it's great. Huge round of applause. She's not here tonight, but Caroline Madison for going above and beyond. Our two genres were a misunderstanding or fish out of water. So we decided to make Jessica Marlin come out of the water to really nail that genre there. And on the Friday night, we texted all the actors and said, is anyone willing to go in the water? Caroline was the first person to come back and say, I'd rather not. But then she realised it made her the biggest character in the play, and therefore she went for it. But she went right in and then fell over, so got completely soaked. And then, I have to say, this was maybe one of the most stressful bits. At that point, the camera's memory card gave out, so Stephen had to run and change the memory card while she was essentially drowning. But it's all fun, and Stephen makes everything work out in the end. So, a big round of applause for Stephen as well for doing that.
So we had quite a lot of scripted done, and we filmed all that, and then we had I think we kind of half wrapped 4 hours early, so we kind of just went, let's just film stuff, and a lot of it was and you did them all differently. You were looking for a koala at one point, weren't you? And I remember one of our behind the scenes videos is someone panning around and you literally just see all the cats behind the camera just grabbing their mouths trying not to laugh and ruin the take. So yeah, a lot of what was used was improvised, yeah.